Hi everybody, welcome back to the Crafter channel. And today I have a flip through of a recent journal. Well, I just finished it for the Dear Julie July challenge. Scraps, shapes, and shipping, I think it's called. It has a long name. And so she does these monthly challenges, and I completed another one. And I'm just going to give you a little flip through and give you some idea what I did. I just want to mention, kind of a messy desk, but the journal is quite, well, it's fairly big. It's almost 7 inches wide and about 9 inches tall. And it has about a 1.5 inch spine. It's a 2 signature journal. And yeah, so this month's challenge was all about shapes. So round, like circle, square, strip, rectangle, and square. Did I say square? I think I said square. Anyway, so here she is. This is the cover. I got some leafy, and it's a sort of fairy themed journal. It's not the fairy themed journal I'm wanting to still make. This is a different version, but I just love fairies so much, so that's okay. So this is an old doily, and so I've wrapped it around the spine, and I have 2 signatures are hidden there. And this is the strip charm that we had to make. We had to make 5 charms of each of the shapes, and this one's the strip, the long strip. And so I just added it here to this metal piece, and we were allowed to use all sorts of metal pieces. And so my fabric was the rectangular shape, and then that's a circle, this is square, this is also square, or is it my rectangle? I don't even remember anymore. Anyway, I made a little mini little journal with that. So here we go. We're gonna open it. So here's the side view. I usually like the pages sticking out. So my calculation was a little off. As you can see, there's quite a bit of space here. So, but oh well, such is life. It's still nice, and you can add extra on the sides this way. So I'm just going to tie it. This is my ribbon that I had added to my niche mini challenge in the challenge. So here we go. So let's see if we can get a good view. Sorry if there's a little glare. I might have a bit too much light. And so this was one of the oval tags we had to make. And this is Dear Julie's digital, the beach time. It's a new digital she has. And so I added fairy wings stickers to the back of the little babies, which I just think was cute. And this one has a pocket. It had to be kind of like functional. And I'll just demonstrate, right? And then I just made a big, huge pocket here. And this was part of a fairy book, so we also could use like leftovers that we had and our scraps, obviously our scrap box. So I had quite a few things in there from previous challenges or previous books, journals that I tried to make. And so I did that. And this was like a leftover piece in my scrap box of some scrapbooking paper. I just went with the theme, and these were we had to make 7 clusters. So that's one of them. And these papers are all from my scraps that I had left over. And this is a Dear Julie. This is, we had the collage on it, so we had to put the shapes. It's one of the special pages we had to do. And this paper, I was able to add it because it was one of my chosen papers in the mini challenge which I'll show you that. You saw it in a previous video, actually, for Crafty Christmas in July. I had showed it as a prototype, and then I made a Christmas themed little pocket. I don't even know what Julie calls it. It's like a paper bag pocket gift thing with a waterfall journaling spot. So these are one of the charms. So this one was the oval and a scrap of lace as the square, or maybe it was the square. No, it was the oval, I think, and the Julie's digital, and then some gold pin to emphasize it, and the gold pin added to it. And this is one of the pages, so it's a pocket here. And this is the Fairy Grunge kit. I don't know if she calls it Fairy Grunge. It's Fairy, well, maybe it is. This was another element. So this is my secret journaling spot. And it's also, well, it's kind of hidden. And it's also a side pocket here. And it has a little pocket here. Now, this one is one of my round tags. So it's, I stamped on it some fairy door. And this was part of our snippet roll. We had to do a 24-inch snippet roll. So I cut it into pieces to put pockets and belly bands in here. And my snippet roll, I created it with pockets. So it's double duty. So there's another, they both, like each strip has like a double, has a double pocket like this. And we have to put all the shapes on the snippet roll. Increase that a bit now. And this is another cluster right here. So it's the same principle. We have to add all the embellishment, all the shapes to it. This is a hidden kind of, well, it's a pocket. And this is one of the tags, like a mini circle tag I made. And that's, when you open that up, and it's a journaling spot for the square. And this was one of the pages, this another cluster right there. And this is one of the Dear Julie pages we have to create. So this has a triple pocket here and a pocket here. And this one's a little more hidden, so that's why I put that in there. I didn't fill all the pockets. There's just too many pockets. And I made a pocket here as well. It's kind of a short one. So one of the pieces of the snippet roll here again, I made it into a belly band. Excuse me. And this is so we also had to make a master board and then cut it in the 5 shapes. And we were given a template to cut it in the 5 shapes. So this was my rectangular tag out of the master board. And again, this one has the little hidden pockets here in the snippet roll as well. Here is a big pocket here, and here's a little tuck. And here's one of the oval tags we have to make, and this one is actually an oval with pocket. And I tried to do the accordion pocket, but because it's oval, it doesn't pop out as easy as the envelope one that we do. But it still works. You can still put all sorts of little goodies in there. And I just didn't glue it down. I just put it in the pocket. But I like the ruffle. But if you go like this, then it's upside down. So maybe in a belly band that would be better. This is my square tag. So square tag with a job. A journaling space there. And I just put it over the page to decorate it. Again, this is another one of the pages. So it flips out. And there's a pocket here. And I stamped that with one of the fairy stamps. And this one's in over the page. It's another, it was my square journaling card, I think. So I got this out of and I added some Nouveau glacier paste here and some stickles, just to kind of make it, it's a little glossy with just the snow. The page is a little glossy, so there's some glare. This is some leftover food coloring dyed paper, and there's a little tuck here. And so we're on to the second signature. And so my strip for the cover is down the middle of the spine. It was one of the elements to decorate the cover inside and out with the shapes. Anyway, so this is my so it's a belly band plus it's a pocket, and I have just a little digital there to peep through the window, and that's a junk mail envelope. So it's part of the shipping requirement. And then here's a little kind of hidden spot. Oh, you can't see that. A little hidden spot there, because when you remove it, it kind of blends in. And here we go. I got some short pages as well. And I put, this is part of one of the Peter Pan books I had gotten that I made the other journal, Peter Pan journal. So I had that left over. And this is one of the requirements. So I made it into a pocket, a square. So it's a square pocket. It started as a square, but it became a pocket and like a triangle. And it's also a journaling spot. And this is another page requirement that has a pocket as well here. And there's also a pocket here. And I should have made that on the other side because it's a little tricky, but it works. And there's also a little pocket here. So that works too. And so we have all the shapes there. And I guess my other oval shape is on the other side. Otherwise, I'm going to keep it, put that there. And then this is another cluster. So it's a rectangle with a journaling spot. And I'm using as a tuck. So leftover calendar, leftover scrapbook paper. This was part of the mini challenge in the challenge leftover. That's another tuck spot. This is another one of the pages that we were required to do. So this is another pocket right there. And I made a little belly band here for the circle requirement. I used the negative of all the circles I punched. This is some scrap. And this is the long strip of the masterboard we had to make. I made it into sort of a bookmark, but I have it tucked in here since it's very long. So it's good for this size journal. And just some leftover, lots of leftover book page. And here is the long strip journaling space. And you can also make this into a pocket too, but I needed the journaling space requirement, so I went with that. So I do have pockets on the corners here. And then when you open it up, and we were allowed to use napkins, so I just decorated a napkin. It's journaling space. And here, you can put some pictures or decorate more or add more blank paper to make more journaling space if you want. And you can actually use this as a pocket too to store some items. You just can put all that in there, and then everything is loose in there. So that's kind of cool. I really like this this page idea, this pocket and you can turn it, and it's also a pocket. As you see, there's a tag that was from my masterboard, so oval shape. And I made this whole thing so a large pocket in behind. And let me see if I can quickly get this in there. Of course, on camera. There we go. So I just tie it in a bow. And then here's this upper tuck spots, another clusters we had to make with the shapes. And here's the circle pocket. I kind of didn't do that right. I think we were supposed to go like a straight line across the edge, but So it's a circle, and I have a double pocket. So it's here and here as a double pocket. Where did I put my little oval? Oh, here it is. And then as one of the pages, I used one of the digitals, and it was an envelope. So I made it an envelope, and I sewed it into the signature. And here's my square tag from the masterboard. This tucks in right under that little piece right there. I don't do these all the time. I kind of like it. I think maybe the first or second time I actually put it right into the signature in envelope like that and close it off, because I like my strings loose, which it's so loose. I got them at the bottom. So this is another piece of the snippet roll. So I put it in here, and it's just like an upper tuck spot. And there's the pocket, and there's the other pocket there too. I might close that off, but don't really need to. And I also, yeah, and then that's the coloring page. And this is one of the charms we had to make. So I embellished it with stickles, shine. And that's a JUlychallenge digital. And then just decorated it with the 3 things we needed to. The other side of the book page. And my music paper was my other edition that I used in the mini challenge and a challenge. So it provided me with music paper that I can use in the journal. And that's another charm. This was the round one. Another cluster. This is the other tag. So I added some napkins, some stickers, right onto the digital. I really like that. I think it really came out super cute. I wasn't keen on the shapes idea, but it actually made me think outside of the box and really think of, you can make really pretty things with any sort of shape. So I'm really happy how the journal turned out. So this is more calendar, so I'll have to, I'm going to cover that up. And then that's a leftover piece from the snippet roll. And here's another, this one's a fold out page. Got some pockets, and that's another requirement here. And there's a pocket. This was the strip, I think. Oops, I didn't put that in the pocket. Really tricky to get these open sometimes. Okay. There you go. The page, this one flips out, so has some blank pages to do something with. And that was another cluster. I made that one a little larger, and I used all fabric for this one. Kind of really like that. And here we have, and this is the end, and here we have the mini challenge and challenge project that we have to get completed, and it helps us add things to our stash to use in the journal. So just open it like this. Of course, it's a bow. Okay, here we go. Because it's glued down now. Oh, wow. I really didn't do that right. I'll have to fix that. And then and it pops up. And then you have the waterfall journaling space. And so when you open it, you have a pocket here and a pocket at the bottom as well. Like that. And we were allowed to use our scrapbooking paper for this project. And then I added stickers, and this was my paper that I added. And when you flip it open, there's your journaling space. So it's a hidden journaling spot. And then, so it's a waterfall with some papers, and put pictures there. And you can put pictures here too. And you can put all sorts of little goodies in the pocket. Really cute. I really like this idea. And it's supposed to open on the right side, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I put it on this side, so it kind of goes. And you can decorate all of this, but I didn't have the time to do that. And let me see. Oh, there we go. I'll tie the bow. and then the end. And so, and here's my long strip tag. I really like this one too. This one has a little snippet journaling spot. And then it tucks in closed right here, and it doesn't look like it opens. So it's like another hidden journaling spot. And I have a round tag here. I think that was the master board. And it's, again, the snippet roll at the bottom. Right here. And then the large pocket. And there she is. That's the end. And this is the back cover. I didn't do anything else with it. So, and I'll say this, like I haven't been, I get attached to the journals I make, but I may be, if someone really, really likes it, I may consider selling it. So if you're interested, let me know and we can chat about it and see. I know shipping sometimes from Canada can be really expensive, so that's why I'm reluctant to do the shipping thing. But so, like, I can check prior to how much it costs, and then that way you know how much shipping will cost for it. But anyway, if you're at all interested, let me know and we can chat about it and go from there. And so that's it for this video. Thank you for subscribing. I believe, my 500 subscribers, but then it went down to 498, and I think I'm back at 499. Anyway, it was 500 on Sunday, and I'm so grateful. I love it. It's I can't believe 500 people actually subscribe to my channel, so it's really humbling. It's really nice. And so I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope you come back and watch more. And for those who are new, please like and subscribe while you're here, and we'll have more fun as time goes on. We try more consistent and putting some videos, maybe 2 or 3 times a month, as much as I can. But yeah, so I'll end it with letting serendipity find you in your crafting, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.